In other news now, the main task of the Democratic Alliance leaders to be elected this weekend will be to grow the party ahead of next year's elections and beyond. That's the view of one leadership expert, Mazwe Majola. More than 2,000 DA delegates will flock to Gallagher Estate in Midrand for the party's federal congress, set down for Saturday and Sunday. Now, the DA has been plagued by an exodus of black leaders, declining electoral support and troubled race relations. Current leader John Steenhuisen is set to face off with former Joburg Mayor Mpho Phalatse to lead the party. eNCA Siphamandla Goge reports.
It's a party that's had and continues to have its fair share of challenges and internal squabbles. The DA has been accused of catering to a white minority and lacking diversity. But the party leader disagrees.
If one looks at the diversity, both in gender and race across the board, my parliamentary team in Parliament, which I lead, is completely dominated by women. I've got a female chief whip, I've got a female leader of the NCOP, a female deputy chief whip, a female caucus chairperson, and I believe that that is very, very balanced. If one looks at the racial breakup of our caucus in Parliament, by far the most diverse caucus in Parliament. We've got Christians, Jews, black, white, Indian, coloured, all sitting in one caucus. English, Afrikaans, isiZulu, isiXhosa, isiPedi, isiXhosa, all of them sitting in one caucus. And I think that represents the best of the DA.
Perhaps one of the party's biggest challenges have been the exodus of capable African leaders. This analyst and leadership expert believes Steenhuisen stands the better chance of being re-elected, but may struggle to grow the official opposition.
Huge challenges in terms of bringing the people together. And my concern is that John Steenhuisen is not a transformational leader. He's not a kind of a leader who can move into the organization and make things happen. You know, he's that leader who will maintain a status quo, and then but in terms of growing the organization and challenging and dealing with the challenges that are inside the organization, he won't be able to do it. That is why they are trying their utmost best to keep Helen Zille, because Helen Zille is the one who actually built DA. And I feel for her, because I think when they cajoled her and asked her to come back, I think there was that thing even in her mind that she built this organization. She recruited these young black leaders, and unfortunate that they left because of the environment within the party.
What will it take for the DA to overcome its current challenges?
It's very important to be honest. It's very important for DA to make some introspection. And also they must acknowledge their weaknesses and their challenges and their wrongs. They must not always defend, because they've got this strategy when they are whether criticized or critiqued, that they will always defend themselves. It's important that after this conference, and I just hope that in this conference, because obviously there will be, one of the things that they will be doing is to chart the way forward in terms of 2024, how are we going to get there, with their theme, DA building the better future of South Africa, that they will be dealing with those challenges and these dynamics and intricacies that they find themselves in, that they won't defend, that they will become vulnerable and say, look, who are we? I mean, how are we doing things? When people leave us and mention certain things, do we defend ourselves, or do we say, look, is it true that we are like this?
The front-runner in this weekend's two-horse race says he welcomes the challenge and will respect the will of the delegates.
I say, let's make this a battle of ideas, not personalities. Let's talk about issues, not personalities. And let's say, put our offer before the Congress and let our Congress decide. I've already committed. If I don't win, I will go back to Parliament, I will sit on the back benches, and I will do whatever the party wants me to do.
No matter the outcome of the DA Congress, the newly elected collective leadership will have to contend with unstable coalitions in Gauteng metros, where a political yo-yo is going on. while preparing for the do-or-die general elections next year. Siphamandla Goge, Johannesburg.